me, God darn it. My content of mine is, oh, okay. No other trade though for me. My content is not for everybody. There's no need for you to send me the goddamn evil lie name because that was a goddamn lie. No other trade though for me. You gotta work up spell work with that hate group or whatever the case may be, trying to dim my light so I won't believe in my faith, trying to rob me mentally, spiritually, all types of weird shit, hacking my devices, gang stalking me, worried about if I came out my door, house, or whatever the case may be, throwing smoke in front of my door and all types of shit. You're trying to disturb me in peace. He's a respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Stop the goddamn violence. Leave us the heck alone. Hello? My content, not for everybody. It's a trade through me. I don't dibble and dabble with spell work magic. It's a trade through me. And I don't gotta send you the goddamn evil lie. Besides, be authentic and real. And it's gonna bother your mental. No, the trade through me. But you know what? My conscience, not everybody. You go find entertainment somewhere else or whatever the case may be. Ain't no need to participate and have your goddamn notification on or part of that hate group when they come to that text message. Are they live yet? Are they live? Now, it's a check of it. Ain't no need to watch me at the day. It's a check of it. You could go find something else to watch to actually, quench your thirst. Quench your digestive system. No, it's a trade though because evidently I'm not for your appetite. No, for real. Always be yourself with no malicious. Any negative energy, I say it respectfully. I hope you find yourself and find people then, but somewhere else, not over here. And the trade though for me. A motherfucker would send you the evil lie, project spell work, tell so many lies. When you know how to get on people, your reality in the day. A motherfucker wants you to be the villain in their story so goddamn bad. I don't like that bitch. I made an assumption they was talking about me or whatever the case may be. But they always authentic and shit. But goddamn, I still don't like them by the day they hit a goddamn nerve. Oh, that sounds real personal, bitch. It's a trick of you. I hope you find your trust issues somewhere else. Loving yourself in your own goddamn lane. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And it's not a crime to be authentic. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. Now, it's a trade on me. I'm going to start this off by saying this. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend, or whatever the heck you got going on that's disturbing your peace or whatever the case may be. Don't let nobody break your peace when it comes to your goddamn faith. I said even the goddamn devil because the devil's a goddamn lie. No, the trade on me. My content ain't for everybody. I'm healed from a hate crime. I had multiple people gang up on me, throw spell work, have the go cause confusion, spell work, all types of weird shit. But I'm still here. I'm here. Thank you, God, for being patient because I don't play about God. No, the trade though, because God allowed me today. I ain't have to be an addict. I ain't have to be a sex worker, a sex worker, or sell my soul to be authentic because God endowed within me. It's not on me. It's a trade on me. Always be yourself with no molestation. I don't play with smoke or play with magic or, dibble and dabble with that evil stuff because I know how to respect my neighbor. Nothing changed over me. My conscience, everybody. And that's okay. It's not a crime to be authentic. People pick and choose who could talk about God, the devil, spirituality, who could talk about love, who could talk about, domestic violence, hate crime, discrimination, culture. No, it's a trade off of me. People pick and choose who could talk about certain topics in the day. Like rappers, poets, or your relationship. No, it's a trade. Don't be people pick and choose and they want to bully you, throw you the evil lie. They want to talk about in the day who could pick and choose, could talk about cults, covens, or whatever the case may be. Always be yourself, and especially when you're trying to hurt nobody. No, it's a trade though, man. Especially when you don't play with smoke or send someone a goddamn evil lie, because the devil's a goddamn lie. My content is not for everyone. Today is currently October 18th, 2025. And I say this respectfully. No mother or father or family member should lose a child due to jealousy, hate, or envy, or discrimination, or violence, or hate crime. And I say this respectfully, or someone putting spell work towards their child, or their family member, or someone sending them the evil lie. My content is not for everyone. No mother or father should be stripped away from their child because someone has controlling issues. Because that mother knows how to be a fit parent, good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. They know how to respect their baby, pour into their baby, even protect their baby from the world when the world is sending them spell work or sending them the evil lie, or protecting them from that book at the end of the day. If it was an adult or a child, it's a train of thought for me. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Hi to the genuine one. Oh, no, you still ain't got the comment section up, but that's okay. But anyway, hi. I'm Peace. I bring peace. Peace and respect. Don't dim your light. Never catch your blessings. Catch your blessings. I'm Peace, and I bring peace. Stop the violence. No, for real, stop the violence. I don't understand why folks is not sitting out here the evil lie. At the end of the day, we gonna still push through regardless. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. It's folks in the background hacking her device accounts and emails and gang stalking her. Doing all types of weird stuff. No, for real, we ain't gotta lie. We ain't gotta lie. We saw you. And you said the power work for you. We don't care. We work for G-O-D. Hold on one second. I saw wasn't for sale. Yeah, I'm a puppet. Yeah, I'm yelling real loud, but hold on one second. God led me to see the other day. That testimony, thank you, G-O-D. I don't worship the devil, and I worship the good God with no malicious. We don't praise him, but we fall from haters. I know I'm a puppet, but so what? Always be yourself, but no malicious. Don't dim your light, gotta go. I'm Naya, giving you all love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Entertainment purposes only. And I say it respectfully. No, it's a truth over me, God darn it. My content is not for everybody. It's a truth over me. You ever had that family member, friend, or associate that comes to your life, you love them so dearly? No, it's a truth over me. You ever prayed for someone, but rather, hold on one second. I'm not about to waste my prayer on you today. No, I'm not. That was a goddamn lie. But you know what? I'll pray for your goddamn future. When you realize somebody about to get married, no, it's a trade though me. When you realize in the day that, certain folks ain't meant to be married, and you rather, hold on one second. When you ask God to send the right people into certain folks' lives, or whatever the case may be, when it comes to, love or whatever the case may be. And certain folks will never understand that, I prayed for the right person to dance with you when it came to that dance. No, it's a trade on me, but wait. Friend, I saw something and seen something, but then you're going to call me a fake, and then you're going to call me a hater. No, that's a trade on me. I don't want to wait till it's too goddamn late. You ever have to tell someone in the day that's not a fit for them, but they got so much to say in the day? You know what? Marrying somebody, it costs a lot of money, and especially when you one of those fancy, bougie people or like to spend money on your special day, regardless of your birthday, holidays, you put a name in your book. And at the end of the day, it costs a lot of money to get married, and it costs a lot of money to divorce somebody. No, it's the trick, though, but you can save that last word for your goddamn self. Realizing the day, how when you get married and you at the altar, whatever case may be, they ask the folks in the day, is there anybody that rebukes this relationship? Hello! Save yourself! No, it's the train though of me. When you that one friend that stands out or that family member, everybody looking at you like you crazy. And especially when you truly intuitive at the end of the day. You the psychic of the whole family and shit. Everybody call you crazy anyway until shit start to actually fucking happen. Like, oh shit, this motherfucker did tell me to fix this with the car, and I don't even know what kind of part that is. I don't know nothing about mobilities. No, it's a trick on me. Mobile, it's a trick on me. Only about someone should keep in the real. This fool waits at the end of the day to get into the marriage. It didn't even last the whole goddamn year. But you know what? It was at your expense, not mine, so I don't give a fuck. No other trade on me, but I do want a refund on the day of, service and gas mileage and time consuming. Because at the end of the day, the devil was in the house this whole entire time. No other trade on me. I tried to run at the end of the day, but you said don't leave. Please stay here for me. When you trying to be a good sport to someone, And you trying to pour into them and pray for them, not against them, and let them know that they you dealing with a sack of shit. It's a trade on me, and I don't want them to hurt your feelings. No, the trade on me. You know, when someone gets married, it's supposed to be the happiest time of their life when it comes to their future. Someone should be making them feel like why they believe in their faith and why they sit on their comfort zone. It should be no reason why you calling me. I'm sorry, I should have listened to you, jackass. Oh, I gotta go on a diet now. You remember when you saw me the last time? I gained so much weight. This motherfucker been doing what you said. You know, I'm not a mediator, I'm not a therapist, I'm damn sure not a psychiatrist, but you know what? The same thing that I did, I prayed to God and asked God to reveal signs at the end of the day. I think you need to go have a bond with God right now because whatever you've been doing, it hasn't been working for you. No, that's the truth on me, and it ain't got nothing to do with me. No, for real, for real. And you still trying to be a good sport to somebody. No, for real, for real. Show up. No, that's the truth on me. But what we're not going to do is waste my time or your time because I'm still have a tab that's still open from last year, and I don't think I will ever get over this conversation. No, that's the truth though, because you're gonna save everybody. For real. Marriage, do you think about that type of shit in the day? When someone get married and the shit don't work out and you had to buy an outfit that you ain't gonna ever wear again. No, that's the truth on me. Yo, hello. Who the fuck come up with these fucking colors anyway? You know when someone got Pacific colors when it comes to they theme and shit? I can't wear this shit again. No, that's a shake on me. When I'm supposed to walk around the house with my best dress on, it's a trank on me. But that's besides the point. So, this fool starts to express at the end of the day, I saw the signs early on. You ever heard someone say they saw the signs early on before you said I do, but you said, you know what, they said it was going to change, but they never did at the end of the day? Only of us to hold on 1 second. You realize that your pockets will never be the same. No, it's the trade on me. Your poor little heart. No, it's the trade on me. I didn't sign up for this conversation, so I hope you find peace within your own lane. My content is not for everyone, and I say it respectfully. Love is real. True love wasn't complicated. Saying I do to the right person who know how to value your time and day when it came to saying I do. It wasn't a hate train at the end of the day. Because God truly allowed you to say that, hold on 1 second, being comfortable in your skin. When the outside world is trying to dim your light, discourage you, but who would have knew that your protector was by your side to respect you, bring peace into your life wasn't complicated. Because someone truly understood at the end of the day when motivation hits different. Outgrowing the old, when someone fumbled you, they couldn't meet you halfway, they came with their vocabulary. Only was to hold on 1 second, God truly showed you why you came out your comfort zone, and hold on 1 second. Someone truly allowed you to fail while true love was real. Someone truly keeping it real, maintaining your smile. When God truly allowed you to feel while you fixed your crown, stepping out when it came to boundaries. It wasn't for likes, it was a cloud chasing or fame. Someone truly knew how to respect your heart, not to dim your light. Only was to hold on 1 second, to love your life, didn't have to pretend to love you right the first time around. No, and the truth of my content is not for everybody. And, everybody's love language ain't the same. And I may not make sense to the average person, but true love is not supposed to be pain. No, and the truth of me, jackass. There should be no reason why you manipulating someone, putting your goddamn hands on someone, trying to rob them mentally, spiritually, financially, or predictive spell work or lust. Hello? My content is not for everybody, and that's okay. Entertainment purpose only. No, and the truth of me. You ever had that one family member that you love so deeply, and they put you part of the conversation like a female, maybe a male. You put a name to your book at the end of the day, because, dudes get wigs too nowadays, and, they toupee got to fit. And at the end of the day, they need, advice. No, and the truth off of me. You ever had that one family member that called you up? Let's have lunch today. All right, no problem. Lunch on you. When you realize you get to the destination, with the end to the destination, you was going to pay. But then you start to reevaluate your whole train of thought. Hold on 1 second. I would think it wasn't the same. How did I end up in a beauty supply store? No, it's trained on me. You ever had one of them family members or that one particular friend that know how to pick out a good wig? No, it's trained off me. But only to realize the way they know how to pick out a good wig is if they in the store for amounts of hours and after hours to make sure that the day's a good fit for them before they leave out the store wasting their money. No, it's the trained on me. I didn't sign up for all day event. No, for real, bro. I got shit to do. It's the trained on me. How someone would try to confuse you. I ain't gonna be long. I ain't gonna be long. You ever realize you end up in a car, minding your business, playing with your toes and shit? No, everything on me. This fool gonna be like, I'm gonna be here a little while. But you just told me telling me before I got in the car that you ain't gonna be long. No, the trade told me when you pull up to a beauty supply store or a hair store at the end of the day, make sure you're prepared and have the proper nourishment and snacks at the end of the day, or proper things to keep you occupied, like a charger, because they may not have the same quality phone you have, or something to make you feel occupied in the day. Because someone would try to shortchange your mental health, and they would even come outside and be like, you got $20? No, I don't got $20, stupid. And the trade told me, what you need $20 for? I saw this third wig is buy one, get one free. So you mean to tell me that you've been in the store all this time and you already consumed and bought how many already? Shh. You ever realize it was your family member at the end of the day? Like your mother? No, and the trade told me, don't tell nobody. No, and the trade told me, when you get your bad behavior from certain family members in the day, you can't be mad when they tell you get your life together. No, the trade told me, when that motherfucker dibbling down with the rent money and shit. But you can't talk back to them at the end of the day, and you just gotta look down and they start laughing and shit. Ain't shit funny when you supposed to be the responsible one. No, and the trade told me, jackass. This fool called and said at the end of the day, I pay you back. You ever had that mother or father or loved one or family member, whatever the case may be, you put a name in your book, your friend, I'ma pay you back. And when that payback comes, how do we end up at the same goddamn store? No, at the trade told me. I remember the last time we was at the same Pacific store. I remember the daytime, and I'll probably wear the same goddamn clothes again, recycled. And the trade told me, you know what? I didn't ask you to demonstrate or tell me what time frame of the year we had the same conversation. At the end of the day, I'm going to give you your $20 back. No, I had to check on you. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all. My conscience is everybody. When you got to love family from a distant day, and especially when they try to fuck you over. No, I have to trade those with me. I love you, but I can't fuck with you. It's okay. No, for real. Because the motherfucker will try to paint you to be the villain in their story. But hold on one second. God's testimony is different. Because you know what? They said that you wasn't about SHIT. They said that you was a nobody. They try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or do all types of weird shit in the day. When you outgrow certain mindsets of being, immature and turn into being mature. No, that energy is different. You start to act your body weight like the shoe size. Hold on one second. They still back there telling so many goddamn lies, still stuck on the past, and you still progressing. Hello, don't dim your light when they couldn't support you. No, for real. A family member would say, I got your back, I'm supporting you today. Until you start to actually do it. Like, damn, I should have been ruining your ass on this whole entire time. I was supporting everybody else, and oh shit. You know what? I can't take back what the fuck I done said. No, you can't. It's the trade though me. When you realize you got one of those family members that don't support you at all, but they had everybody event being greedy. They had everybody event cooking for them. They had everybody event showing up. Hey! But when it comes to you at the end of the day, all they want to be part of is the shit that you get, everybody trying to kill you down part of. No, for real, because when you start motivating yourself, only you want to fucking find out these same motherfuckers throwing spoiled towards you, trying to get you beat up, robbed mentally, all types of shit, trying to get you hurt. That type of people I was dealing with. No, the trade though, everybody's household ain't the same. When it comes to family and shit like that. No. Because you got family members that's gonna love you and not throw you the evil eye or project spoke towards you or gather this person, that person to go against you and shit. And that motherfucker crazy. That motherfucker out they mind. They stupid, slow, and fucking retarded. Everybody start to realize that, hold on one second. The bitch, the devil's a goddamn lie. What the fuck you was talking about? No, the trade told me that this motherfucker just be their authentic self. Ain't nothing wrong with that motherfucker. They just love themselves in the day. Something that you couldn't relate to was pouring into them. Hit the trade told me. My content is not for everyone. And I say it respectfully. It's going to be trials and tribulations in your life where individuals won't understand you. When you're talking about certain family members or friends or associates, because you're not trying to paint somebody to be the villain. And when someone paints you out to be the villain, you're not wrong for speaking up for yourself. And especially when God gives you the balance and when God gave you the strength to overcome that trauma that you've been through. And when God gives you the strength and it was never for likes, it was cloud chasing or fame. And our individuals say, shut up. Shut the F up. You're not worthy. Ain't nobody gonna hear you anyway. You talking a bunch of nonsense at the end of the day. But they never took the time to actually get to know you. And I said it respectfully. When you had those family members that never told you that they love you, when you have those family members that paint a picture at the end of the day of somebody you truly wasn't. You know, what mother and father calls a child crazy at the end of the day? And they couldn't even actually say, I love you, to be on the same page. It'd be the train of thought for me. You know, everybody's household is not the same. You know, everybody doesn't come from poverty and pain. But when you come from poverty and pain or not, never allow someone to make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing yourself. And especially when you're not doing it for likes, if it's a cloud chase and fame. And when you start to elevate in life, regardless to where you at in your tax bracket, you know, with folks, you're like your next door neighbor, different tax payers trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, because they know folks that work in different departments, or they know folks that project spell work, or they know folks at the end of the day that gang stalk you, or they got people gang stalking you, or they paying you out to be something that you truly at the end of the day. Never allow that to make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing you or loving you. And I say that respectfully. Because when you start to pour into yourself, regardless to where you at in your spiritual journey, regardless to where you at in your healing journey, the right people see you, hear you, respect you. They're not sending you the evil eye. They're not putting this work towards you. They're not energy harvesting off your energy. And they're not trying to kick you down. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. There's nothing wrong with taking accountability for your actions, and especially when you're not doing it for likes, views, or cloud chasing, and you're not on a bandwagon when it comes to that hate train. I don't run from my past. Regardless to who's trying to pay me out to be the villain in a story. I know how to repeat whatever I said that day. Regardless to he say, she say. Regardless if they lied on me or not. You know, individuals see potential within you, but they won't put respect on their name, or, you know, give you your flowers when it's due, or show you the proper acknowledgement in the day. They would rather ruin your reputation and try to dim your light. And they would try to paint you to be someone that you're really not at the end of the day. Or because they know how to control the narrative regardless of their tax bracket. They would even try to humiliate you during humiliation rituals. And they would even try to dig up your past and see who you are, who you was, whatever the case may be. But when you're past living your reality, something that you wasn't running from when it comes to growth, that maturing is different. You know, those individuals not a part of your reality today. Regardless to what you've been through, what you overcame, what you outgrew. You know, certain individuals will never be able to see you eye to eye. Some people will never be able to stand next to you ever again. Some people will never be able to say, you know what? I actually mean what I say when I say what I say. I actually care about you. I actually love you. I actually respect you. You know, certain conversations will dim out because you know why? That person didn't take the time to get to know you because they rather listen to he say, she say. They rather listen to a picture of someone painting that day of you instead of pouring into you. When you knew how to meet them halfway, respect them days when they couldn't see. You knew how to show up for folks at the end of the day. Even when folks was around them. And they was hungry. Didn't matter if they had money in the bank or not. They had money in their pocket. No. Didn't matter if they had to blackmail you, to paint you to be the villain in their story at the end of the day. To try to paint you out to be, oh, this person is gullible. This person is slow, stupid, and retarded. They don't see that I'm manipulating. They don't see that I'm disrespecting them at the end of the day. But you still poured into someone. Because you saw something special within them. You saw something that someone else didn't see within them. But when God removed certain folks out of your life and God closed certain doors for all the right reasons, it was never for a cloud. It was never for like it was a cloud chasing of fame. Yeah, God allowed you to see at the end of the day. God will send the right people into your life. And they not doing it for likes and views of cloud chasing or fame. They're acting a body way regardless they came from poverty and pain. They're far from haters. They don't got that jealousy, envy, or hate or mindset. They're not trying to put you in competition or outdo you better than you when it comes to what you've been through or what you're willing to overcome or what you're willing to become your best self vision of yourself. You know, my content is not for everyone. You know, regardless of who has me shadow banned or who's gang stalking me and monitor my every move from the time I walk out my household to monitor what I'm doing on a daily basis when it comes to my phone calls, my emails, my accounts, and my mail or my packages, or is gang stalking me, or is projecting sport towards me. You know, individuals will gang stalk you and try to paint you out to be a villain in a story at the end of the day. Just to project fear in you or make you feel like you're not worthy or paint you out to be mentally unstable when you fall from a crash out, because that's what they told everybody about you. Because they said that your voice did not matter regardless to what you was going through. And they said at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to energy harvest off your energy. I'm going to continue to send sport towards you. God is not real. You know, G-O-D. Hold on one second. God allowed me to see my potential. God chose me. Regardless to what community, regardless to what environment, regardless to who's trying to rob me mentally, spiritually, financially, who's trying to take food out of my mouth when it comes to my refrigerator, regardless if you got someone that work in the HRA department or not, or who's trying to use my documentation to give me the day, I would never give up on me. And I say that respectfully. I do not worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. We don't pray the same, but I'm far from a hater. You know, jealousy, envy, and hate and discrimination is real. You don't have to know someone for someone to project spoke towards you or to send you the evil lie or try to bring confusion into your life at the end of the day. And I say it respectfully, my content is not for everyone. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Naya Gino Spot, and my content is not for everyone. Energy is different. It was more so, it was no days off, far from weak. You got chicks and dudes throwing spoke in a toxic way, trying to size you up, but God so he showed you motivation when the devil tried to shortchange you. Folks gonna try to paint you to be villain a story. But hold on, one second, you truly have potential. Being authentic is gonna bother certain folks mental. God hits different when you truly God's keeper. Hold on one second, with God so protecting your mental health. They didn't understand how you outgrew the old to understand and knew that at the end of the day, that testimony is different. Wasn't doing it for likes, he was a clout chasing on fame. Because when the right people pour into you, at the end of the day, they see the motivation is different. I know how to respect my neighbor. Being authentic. I may not make sense to the average person, but you're going to have chicks and dudes in different tax brackets throwing spoke in a toxic way, trying to bring distractions towards you. Oh, because hold on one second, you understood, hold on one second, your time was valuable when it came to hold on one second, God not overlooking you. When God brought you knowledge, when it came to power, FAITH, that energy is different. That boundaries when it comes to maturity going with them, they would never understand that hold on one second, God was showing you your potential, healing childhood trauma, going into adulthood. How God was truly showing you motivation is different. They called you whack, you corny, you were nobody. But hold on one second, you knew how to pour into someone when they couldn't relate to you. Hold on one second, you wasn't trying to hurt nobody. They said you're whack and you're corny, you were nobody. But I ain't for you at the end of the day. And I'm far from a hater, neighbor. I didn't have to pretend to be authentic. It's a shame of thought for me. I've grown and old, they would never understand. That confidence is different. It's going to bother someone's mental health, especially when the devil try to test you, distract you, get you out of character at the end of the day. But God revealed the devil on the enemy on different types of levels. You continue to elevate even when they try to punch you in an empty stomach. Here be the train of thought for me. You ever had someone rob you mentally, spiritually, financially? Energy harvest off your energy, protect spoke in a toxic way, try to make you uncomfortable in your own skin. They trying to make you homeless. Hold on a second, you didn't have to pretend. When you speak up for yourself, they say that your voice don't matter because you surely, they try to paint you to be mentally unstable. When you wasn't trying to hurt nobody. You understood 6 feet apart, thank you, no thank you. Certain folks will think you better than somebody at the end of the day, but being authentic, you ain't have to project that type of pain. It was different minds weight. It was different ways of thinking when it comes to that. It was different ways of thinking when it came to improvement. Even when you got lost in your words, having a speech problem, a disability problem, they would never understand how God was really showing you balance when it comes to knowledge, because God's power hits different when you didn't have to worship the devil. Even when that hate train was going against you, it be the train of thought for me. Never get discouraged because the devil tried to test you. My content is not for everybody. It's not. Always be yourself with no misintentions. Loving yourself is not a crime. Today is currently October 18th, 2025. I do not worship the devil. I don't play with spoke or magic or whatever the case may be towards my neighbor. I pray for my neighbor, not against my neighbor. No mother or father or family member should lose a child due to jealousy, envy, or hate or insecurity because someone is projecting it on their child, or someone's projecting spoke or sending a child the evil eye. Did it matter how old that child was? No. Because that's someone's baby at the end of the day, regardless if it's a divided household or not, if it's a single mother or a single father at the end of the day. And I say this respectfully. When a mother and father is not doing it for likes and views, they pray for their baby, not against their baby. They're not sending their baby the evil lie. They're not trying to bring harm towards their baby, because not every mother and father carries themselves the same. Regardless if they came from poverty and pain. I may not make sense to the average person, but my content is not for everyone. Regardless to who has me shadow banned and who's trying to take credit for my creativity, I'm far from a copycat. Whatever I do on my platforms, at the end of the day, it comes from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God. And I always worked alone. Always, since day one, regardless to what next door neighbor, any tax brackets telling my every move to someone I don't even talk to anymore, or what next door neighbor is telling my every move to someone that became my enemy and I didn't become their enemy. Did it matter that neighbor's tax bracket that day? No, it didn't. Because you will be so surprised. You could walk past somebody that's your neighbor, and don't even know them, and for them to send spoke towards you, or for them to gang stalk you, all because you bypass somebody, and someone doesn't like the fact that you got confidence, someone doesn't like the fact that you could pour into yourself, someone doesn't like the fact that you could heal yourself, someone doesn't like the fact that you chose yourself, someone doesn't like the fact that you believe in God, someone doesn't like the fact that people like you because who you are. People don't like the fact that you know how to be authentic, you don't got to be nobody else besides yourself. Some people don't like the fact that you don't take accountability for your actions, and you don't run from your past, and you wasn't doing it for likes, you was a cloud chasing fame, because God was never for likes, he was a cloud chasing or fame. We don't all pray the same. You know, folks that throw spoke towards you when it comes to chaos magic, you know, projecting spoke towards your finances, projecting spoke when it comes to your health, projecting spoke when it comes to you motivating yourself to become your best self version of yourself, regardless to someone wants to pour into you, regardless what type of relationship it is, regardless to what type of subject it is in the day, regardless of their love life or business-wise or family or whatever the case may be. Folks will project spell work, so folks won't look at you in the light that you truly are. Folks will pay people off just to stay away from you. Folks will paint a narrative in the day that you're mentally unstable because they don't want folks to see your intuition when they're trying to bring harm towards you or trying to, you know, project spell work towards you or trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or when you're speaking up for yourself because they're the ones that's projecting, you know, chaos, confusion, spell work towards you, or sending you low frequencies to mess up your mental health, or sending you low frequencies so you won't be able to hold a dollar in your pocket, or they will send you low frequencies at the end of the day to paint you out to be, you know what, you're not beautiful enough, because someone will project their insecurities on you. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, beauty magic is real. Spell work is real. I'm healing from a hate crime that was done to me, and I would never hurt myself regardless to what man or child has me shadow banned or what man or child is gang stalking me. You know, because the way this society is working nowadays, you got individuals that you don't even have to know that will try to start a conversation with you or see that you're a target at the end of the day and send a child towards you to bring harm towards you, or send that man or woman towards you because they feel like at the end of the day you may be vulnerable, or you may not be able to think as logical as the average person, or send that man towards you because you may not be able to be on your P's and Q's or whatever the case may be, just to bring harm towards you. How this type of stuff actually happens. I don't project this type of stuff towards my neighbor, and I say it respectfully. My content is not for everybody. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, it's real. How individuals will hack your devices, your accounts, your emails, monitor your phone calls, monitor your screen, and then paint you to be mentally unstable at the end of the day. They will even control your For You page to threaten your life or what they're going to do to you when it comes to robbing you mentally, spiritually, financially, or even energy, harvest of your energy. Or they will show you at the end of the day that they're the ones who's projecting the spell towards you. Or they will be the ones the same way saying, I'm gang stalking you, and nobody's going to believe you. And they were willing to go out their way to get you locked up or put you in a sideboard, or even use your own documentation to blackmail you against you. Or they would try to get a reaction out of you at the end of the day, just to get you locked up or put you in a sideboard to paint you out to be a crash out. How this type of stuff actually happens when someone is dealing with gang stalking and not doing it for likes, if he's a cloud chasing or fame. You know, my content is not for everyone. You know, no mother or father, when they are in the process of bringing a child into this world, should have someone sending the evil eye, or no mother or father should have to deal with someone being insecure, or because they projected spoiler along their way in their journey and they trying to get their life together, but should have to lose a child because they're trying to get their life together. And everybody's not perfect. But when you're willing to change your life for all the right reasons, you wouldn't want someone to project sport towards your baby. You wouldn't want someone to send your child the evil lie. And especially when you are trying to protect your household, and especially when you are pouring into your child, and especially when you're that mother and father that's a stand-up, fit parent at the end of the day. And you're not out here trying to project sport towards that mother and father, regardless to if that's a single family household or not, because that's still someone's child, God's baby. You know, we all don't pray the same. And there are individuals that do change their life around. And there are people at the end of the day that do conceive after they do change their life around, because they feel like I shouldn't be part of this group. I shouldn't be part of this covenant. I shouldn't be part of this code, or whatever the case may be. I may be disrespectful to you, but my content is not for everybody. Because there's individuals that thought things were funny once upon a time in their chapter of their life. They wouldn't want to send a child off to school for their child to be bullied by their next door neighbor and in any tax bracket. They wouldn't want to send a child off to college and they're working so hard to pour into their baby when it comes to growth, when it comes to financially being there for that child, when it comes to nourishment or whatever the case may be. They wouldn't want someone to project spell work towards their child or send a child the evil eye when regardless of what kind of relationship it is, regardless if they're on a football team, the basketball team, or regardless of if it comes to their weight, or regardless if it comes to their health, and I say it respectfully, or regardless to what they decide to do in life. Because a mother and father that actually love their child and not doing it for like clout chasing or fame, they tell their child that you could become who you want to be at the end of the day. You could become that best doctor in the whole wide world that everybody comes to. You could be that scientist at the end of the day. You could be that television person at the end of the day. You could be anybody you want to be, regardless if it's sports, regardless if it's a poet, regardless if it's a rapper, an actor at the end of the day. When a mother and father shows the support to their child at the end of the day, regardless from a toddler size, to their shoe size, to their body weight at the end of the day, a mother and father is not doing it for likes and views. And they don't want someone projecting sport towards their child or sending their child the evil eye. And especially when someone has a past. So you know what you've been through and what you did to innocent people at the end of the day. You wouldn't want that projection to be done on your child that you're trying to bring into this world. You know, my content is not for everyone. It's individuals that change their life around for the good, and there's individuals that don't. And when individuals are doing it for the good, they're not doing it for likes, if it's a clout chasing or fame. And when you outgrow that old mindset, healing that trauma and pain, whatever you did to that person or whatever you're willing to outgrow or whatever you're trying to become your best self vision of yourself, healing that pain will never be easy. But you mad and you are worthy, regardless if you're healing from childhood trauma or you're healing from adult trauma. And I say it respectfully, my content is not for everyone. Everybody deserves to be in a healthy relationship. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay because my content is not for everyone, and I'm far from a hater. And I say that respectfully, neighbor.
Never check on my content. Okay.
Always be yourself, but no misintentions. God is not for likes if he's a cloud chaser, no fame, and I say respectfully. You know, you don't have to know someone for someone to send spell towards you or to send confusion spell towards you. How individuals will send spell towards you because you may be a popular loner or you decide to say, you know what, I'm not leaving out the house today. Someone having a mindset at the end of the day, they project this spell towards you and their little brain at the end of the day. Because someone with a high IQ score don't got time to think like that.
No, end the trade though, because we all don't play with spell jackass. I gotta go.
And it's not a crime to go outside. It's not a crime to go from point A to Z. It's a train of thought for me. Never allow someone to project fear in you. You know, individuals will see that you may not have folks coming in and out where you go, whatever the case may be, or they feel like you're alone or whatever the case may be. Never allow a man or a woman to project fear in you, and especially when they threaten your life. And I say it respectfully, and especially when a man or a woman says that nobody's going to ever believe you until it's their household. It'd be the train of thought for me. How when someone takes your kindness or weakness and you don't have to do anything to them, you actually pour it into your neighbor, but they won't talk about that at the end of the day. Or you actually respected your neighbor, but they won't talk about that at the end of the day. But they would rather have a hate train go against you or project a spell towards you or even send you to evil lie. This type of stuff actually happens. You know, my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. I get my creativity from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God, regardless to who has me shadow banned and regardless to who's trying to take credit for my creativity at the end of the day. I would never hurt myself. I would never hurt myself or my peers around me, regardless to how old they are. I am far from a hater. Have a safe year, day, even, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. Regardless who's trying to blackmail me against me at the end of the day, I work alone when it comes to my creativity. Never allow someone to dim your light because you're willing to choose you. I'm healing from a hate crime that was done to me, and I would never hurt myself. Never allow someone's insecurities or jealousy or envy or that hate group or someone send you the evil lie or someone saying that you don't have potential make you feel at the end of the day you gotta get discouraged. Regardless to what community, what continent, what zip code you're in, and I say that respectfully, always be yourself. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. They're not saying you the evil lie. They're not putting the spell work towards you. They're not ganging up with that hate group to go against you. They're not listening to he say, she say. And I say that respectfully, regardless they came from poverty and pain. Regardless to where they're in a spiritual journey, regardless to where they're in a healing journey, they actually see you, hear you, respect you. They act in a Bible and they shoe size.
No, you have to trade though. We all not the same. Far from haters, neighbor, not all the same.
Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community, stop the violence in the community. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everybody. You know, regardless of who has me shadow banned or who's controlling my channel in the day, I would never hurt myself, and I say respectfully, I never gave nobody permission to make money off of me or to use my documentation to blackmail me against me, to get me locked up or put me in the sideboard. And I say that respectfully, I am far from a crash out, and I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself, regardless of trying to rob me mentally, spiritually, financially, or put a hate crime towards me, or who's trying to make me homeless. I would never hurt myself. I put everything in my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God's hands, and I say it respectfully. Always be yourself. Never allow someone to dim your light. When the right people see you, they ain't got to pretend. Being authentic, hold on one second, was their first religion.
Hey, Jay, I gotta go.
Peace and respect to neighbor. Stop the voice, don't dim your light, neighbor. They far from the hater. Hold on one second. It was doors opening. The devil tried to stop you. God got your back because you're truly the miracle. Don't dim your light, neighbor, 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 neighbor. Don't dim your light, neighbor, 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 neighbor. G-O-D was never for likes and views and cloud chasing. We don't play with spell work. Never get discouraged. Gotta go. Stop the violence. See you later. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and it's currently 11:05 p.m. You know, individuals will say that nobody's going to ever believe you or hear your voice at the end of the day when they're trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or even try to make you homeless, or even have a hate group against you, or even send you spell work, or send you evil eye, or pay people to go against you to project fear in you. Never give up on yourself, and I say it respectfully. Gang stalking is real to your household. I never signed up for someone's one-sided ass contract, and I say it respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I work by myself. I am healing from a hate crime that was done to me. I would never hurt myself, and I am far from a hater, regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, age, or religion. We may not pray the same, but my blood type and our blood type at the end of the day wasn't the same. I'm far from a hater. I ain't got envy in my vein.
Never champion. Always be yourself and no misattention. Peace and respect, so respect your neighbors, little ones. You might as well don't dim your light. God, I'll go never, don't dim your light.
I do not wish the devil. My soul was never for sale. Always be yourself, and I say respectfully. I am far from a copycat, and God was never for like to lose a cloud chasing no fame. And I say that respectfully. We don't pray the same. I worship the good God with no misintentions. Always be yourself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Thank you for your time.
I gotta go.